Hi, Texas UUs and our justice-seeking friends. If I look a little rosy, it's because I just got done teaching our dance as a joy practice. And I am also just so excited about what we are up to in the Texas UU Justice Ministry for April. So I wanted to tell you about it. You can read about it in your newsletter too, but I wanted to tell you about it. So this morning after the dance class, I jumped into a Zoom with our siblings at the North Carolina State Action Network, where we had a Zoom action hour together to make calls for clemency for people on death row in Texas and in North Carolina. Now, it was just such a powerful experience to be together taking these actions. We also closed out by sending messages of gratitude to organizers that we admire in justice work. So it's a time of action and of gratitude and of being together. We listened to music while we made the calls to the governor's office and the boards of pardon and paroles. So this was a sneak peek on behalf of our North Carolina folks who've been doing these action hours every week for 96 weeks. And you can see what a vital spiritual practice it is for them. TXUUJM, the Texas Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry, is starting these weekly, starting Thursday, April 14th at 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain for our El Paso friends. That'll be over Zoom. We really want you to join us. And then for those of you for whom Thursday nights are not great, we're not going to leave you out. Every final Friday of the month, we're going to have these action hours at lunchtime. So think about the song by Europe, The Final Countdown. If you know that song from, I think it was the 80s, it's the final countdown. And that way you can remember, when is the Friday lunchtime Zoom action hour with TXUUJM again? Oh, right. It's the final Friday. And you check your calendar for the final Friday of the month, and that's when you join us there. So anyway, all this information is going to be printed below this video in your newsletter, but I really want to tell you it's going to be such an important spiritual practice, taking justice actions together every week. Join us when you can. We have other programs starting in April as well. We are teaming up with the Poor People's Campaign. Jim Crosby from Nonviolent Austin is going to be facilitating for us and for the Poor People's Campaign kind of a Lectio Divina. That means a regular and deeper reading, a reading group of a book called We Cry Justice, Reading the Bible with the Poor People's Campaign. So it's weekly. We're just going to talk about little nuggets, stories, and reflections on justice from this book. And it's going to be really cool. So I hope you'll join us, even if you don't get the book in time. We're starting right before that action hour, 6:30 on Thursday, 6:30 Central, 5:30 Mountain, on Thursday, April 14th. And so that's going to be a weekly thing. You can get a half hour of this reflection time with Jim and the Poor People's Campaign before we go into our action hour at 7. So I hope you'll get the book, but even if you don't, just show up and reflect with us about what we're going to be talking about starting April 14th. There's also information about becoming a sort of leader in your congregation on Get Out the Vote postcarding. So we're going to be gathering congregations from all around the state in solidarity to do this Get Out the Vote work this year. And we need volunteers. Someone who says, yes, I can gather people after church to do a postcarding session in my congregation. That's not hard. That's something I can do. If that's you, I want you to respond. Send me an email, TXUUJM@gmail.com. Again, that's TXUUJM@gmail.com, and say, I can be the person who helps with postcarding for my congregation. We also have a program coming up called Be a Good Relative that is going to start in May, but you need to register now. That's a 4-week Monday night program around Indigenous solidarity and environmental justice. We're so excited about it. We're doing it with the UU College of Social Justice and the UU Service Committee and the UU Ministry for Earth, as well as the Carrizo Como Crudo tribe of Texas. So it's a great partnership, but it's just going to be a time of learning over Zoom about environmental and Indigenous solidarity for our congregations. So those are some of the exciting things that are going on. There's even more. So really read this newsletter in detail, but I wanted to come to you and say, I'm so proud of the work that you're all doing in your congregations, the work that you're doing in the community. Thank you again to everyone who's been with us fighting for trans kids, non-binary kids, and their families in Texas. Just thank you. And I will see you soon. Have a great day.